Hey there, I'm Lance and I'm a gamer.
And I'm Sam and I'm a non-gamer.
We are Love to Hate, where we try to help gamers find great games to play with non-gamers.
And today we're taking a look at 16 Candies by Envy Born Games.
16 Candies is a game for 3 to 4 players that is coming to Kickstarter here in the very near future, so make sure to check out the link down below in the description of this video after you watch it. And with this game, it's a very simple idea. You're trying to collect a set of colored candies, all of one particular color, and you think that you have the biggest group of candies, and when you think you have that, you're going to call time, and all the other players are going to get one last chance to try and make their set bigger than yours, and then you're going to find out who has the biggest set, and whoever has the smallest set's going to lose some of their candies, and you want to be the last person to have candies left in this game. And that's all there is to it. But let's go down to the table and I'll show you in more details how this game is going to work, and then we'll come back and share our thoughts on it as a gamer and non-gamer. Alright, I have 16 candies on the table. Let me show you guys how this card game works. Now I do want to make sure you understand everything you see here is prototype. The final artwork, components, and maybe even some of the rules might change once it's released from crowdfunding. That being said, what you have here with this game, you have a simple deck of cards, you have some candy tokens, and you have a first player token. Now you don't have to play with these candy tokens. You can play with actual real pieces of candy that you provide, and you can play with the variant rule that you are allowed to eat your candy. However, that's at your own detriment because you want to be the person remaining who has candy pieces left, so you don't want to eat all of your candy unless you don't care about winning. Now in this game, you will make sure everyone has 3 cards, and on these cards you are going to see a top half and a bottom half and several different pieces of candy of different colors, and there will be candy pieces on the tops and bottoms of these cards. Those are going to be your penalties. Now, the game is very simple. On your turn, and you'll elect whoever the first player is, which they will have this token right here, and on their turn, they are allowed to rotate their cards up or down, however they want, but you can only do that on your turn. And what you are ultimately trying to do is you're trying to make sure that when the round comes to an end that you have the most candy of one particular type. So you can see here I've got 2 different green candies here for a total of 1, 2 plus 5, so that would be 7. However, it would be better maybe for me to try and go for blue here, as I have more blue pieces of candy. However, the penalty will be larger if I am not the winner, if I am the person who has the lowest numbered grouping of candy of one particular color. Anyhow, you can rotate your cards on your turn, and then for your turn, it's very simple. You will do one of 2 things. You will either draw a card, and there will be the deck of cards that are out here, but there will also be a discard, and you can either take the top card of the draw pile, or you can take the top card of the discard pile. And then looking in this particular situation, I probably would not want to take this card because, again, I'm trying to maybe go for green or blue. So I would probably draw off the top of the deck, and look at that, I do have a blue, and I would probably want to turn this card and add it like that. And now that I have taken a card, I have to discard a card because you can only have 3 cards in your hand. And obviously, I would probably get rid of this card, placing it on the discard pile, and then it would be the next player's turn, and they would choose whether they want to take this card or that card, or maybe they take the second option on your turn, which is to say, I've got candy. And when you do that, you are saying that you believe that you have the biggest grouping of candy of one particular type, which maybe I would do on my next turn, considering that I have 3 blue cards. Now, I don't have to have 3 cards matching. I could call I've got candy even if I only had 2 cards, but that would be risky because, you know, obviously somebody could have 3 cards and have a bigger grouping. And then when somebody calls I've got candy, all the other players get one more turn to try and make their hand better, either by drawing a card that adds value to their hand, or maybe getting rid of a card that probably causes them to take a bigger penalty, or rotating their cards in a manner that's going to limit their penalty. Because at the end of that round, once everybody has their hands solidified, then you'll reveal all the hands, and you'll see who does have the bigger hand. And if it was the person who said, I've got candy, their they're going to earn extra candy pieces because at the beginning of the game, you're going to have so many of these candy pieces, and you want to try and remain in the game. And if you called I've got candy and you did not have the highest one, then you are going to lose candy. And if you are the person who had the fewest grouping in one particular color, then you are going to lose candy based off of your penalty that you have here up at the top. And so that's why the penalty matters. You want to hold on to your candy as much as possible, because if you lose all of your candy, then you are out and eliminated from the game. And the game continues until only one person has candy left, and then that person is the winner. And that is how you play 16 Candies. Let's go back up top and share our thoughts on this one. And we're back, and now we're going to share our thoughts on 16 Candies from a gamer and non-gamer's perspective. So Sam, 16 Candies, simple little card game. It does have some candy tokens to it, or really cool thing with this one, you can substitute those candies for real candies. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. And there's a variant that you can eat your candies, but that means you're going to lose faster, because if you're out of candies, you're out of candies. So
that's funny. I didn't know that.
Sam's all about, if I can get out of a game quick.
Yeah. And eat candy.
But no, that's kind of just a fun thing you can do with this particular game. A fun variant. But the actual gameplay with this one is very similar to some other games that we've seen, such as like Silver or Cabo, where you are, in some ways, you don't know what other people have, and you're trying to figure out what you have and if it's any good or not, and you can exchange cards from your hand for other cards. So it's a similar idea to that idea that you might be familiar with if you're familiar with those games. So, Sam, what do you feel about that genre of game? What do you feel about 16 Candies?
I think they're good games. I think they're good starter games for like a night of game playing. I think they're really good for mixed company of gamers and non-gamers.
Right.
It's not too competitive.
It's a little bit like a party game experience.
Yeah. The gamer isn't going to automatically be better at this game because it just is kind of, it's quick, it's thinking.
Right.
And it's over.
Yeah. Now, on the same hand with this particular game, I like how it is a survival game. You're trying to survive. You're trying to make it as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose your candies, which kind of changes how you play the game as the game starts to evolve, because when you get down to having 3 candies left and you're thinking, man, I might not be around for much longer, you might make some more dramatic plays, right? You might call early and say, I think I have the biggest one, really early into the hand to try and see if you can't catch somebody in a bad spot. And you wouldn't probably do that if you had more candies. So you can do fun things with that kind of ramps up the excitement and energy with this particular game. I also like the how there are wild cards, and how certain cards are skewed to have higher proportions for different colors and that sort of thing. So it's not such a straightforward game that it's all luck and just based off of whoever got the best draws out of the deck. So there is some things about this game that are geared towards making it an exciting and an even playing field experience for everyone. So I think, the theme with the game is really unique and fun. 16 Candies, I think they're going for the word play there, 16 candles. Kind of has this little cutesy look to it.
I love the size of it. I think it'll definitely go in our travel box, which is getting quite large. Our travel board games are
a travel crate of games. But no, Sam's exactly right. This is a really small package here, and you could really throw this into a bag.
We don't travel without board games.
No,
I mean, Lance doesn't travel without board games, and so when there's little ones like this, it's always nice.
I make sure to take the games. She makes sure that I take clothes too, and underwear, and then important stuff.
The kids.
Yeah, the kids. But no, seriously, guys, 16 Candies is a lot of fun. Game to play when you have a good size of people, 3-4 people, and it has that party game atmosphere to it. So it's a really fun game. One you should definitely check out. Also, to that, we are also looking at another game by Envyborn Games called Defrag, which is a 1 or 2 player game, and you'll want to go ahead and check out that video too, as we put that video out here on the same crowdfunding campaign that you're going to see 16 Candies. So make sure to check out both of those videos. If you like this particular video, go ahead and leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you think about 16 Candies.
Make sure to like and subscribe and push that bell button so you get notifications of all our new content.
I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.